Ambassador Zekthar couldn't stop the clicking sounds his mandibles made, the Krillian equivalent of contemptuous laughter. Across the holographic conference table, the human representative maintained her polite smile, though her eyes held something the ambassador couldn't quite identify. "A Deathworld?" Zekthar repeated, his translator rendering his amusement perfectly. "Your species has quite the flair for dramatics. Ambassador Chen, you come before the Galactic Council requesting elevated threat status for your homeworld, yet your planet sits comfortably in the habitable zone of a stable star. Truly, humans have mastered the art of exaggeration." The other council members rustled in agreement. Councillor Vesh, a floating gas entity from Nephara 7, pulsed with amusement. "Perhaps they seek special accommodations. Extra rations, danger pay for visitors?" Ambassador Chen's smile never wavered. "With respect, council members, I'm not exaggerating. I'm warning you. Earth has been classified as a Class 12 death world by our own xenobiologists, and we've barely explored a fraction of galactic biodiversity." "Class 12? Zekthar's antenna twitched. "Impossible. My homeworld, Krillia Prime, sits at Class 3, and we consider it quite harsh. No planet harboring intelligent life could possibly—" "Then perhaps," Chen interrupted gently, "the Council would benefit from a diplomatic tour? See Earth firsthand. We'll cover all safety expenses, naturally." The challenge hung in the air. Zekthar's pride wouldn't allow him to refuse. 3 weeks later, the Council delegation ship entered Earth's atmosphere. Zekthar had insisted on minimal protective equipment, just standard atmospheric suits. They wouldn't give these humans the satisfaction of seeing them cowering in battle armor. Ambassador Chen met them at the landing facility in Australia. "Welcome to Earth, honored guests. I've prepared a comprehensive tour. Nothing too strenuous, just a simple nature walk through one of our more peaceful regions." "Lead on," Zekthar said confidently. "Let's see this supposed death world." They started in the Blue Mountains, where Chen explained that they were standing on some of the most stable, boring terrain Earth had to offer. The forest around them seemed pleasant enough, tall trees, chirping creatures, a warm breeze. Then Councillor Vesh noticed something moving on the ground. "What?" he asked slowly. "Is that segmented creature with far too many legs?" "Oh, that's just a centipede," Chen said casually. "That particular species has a painful bite, but it's not fatal to humans." "Well, not usually." "Not usually?" Zekthar felt his mandibles lock. "The venom causes necrosis in some cases. But that's rare. The funnel web spiders are more concerning. Their venom can kill a human child in 15 minutes without antivenin." A soft, slithering sound made the entire delegation freeze. Ambassador Chen glanced down at the brown snake crossing their path, then gently steered the group around it. "Eastern brown snake," she explained. "Second most venomous land snake on Earth. It's more afraid of us than—" "Oh, careful of that plant." Zekthar had nearly brushed against an innocent-looking shrub. "The plant is dangerous?" Jimpy. "The leaves are covered in hollow silica needles that inject neurotoxins. The pain has been described as being sprayed with hot acid while simultaneously being electrocuted. It can last for months, sometimes years. One researcher allegedly shot himself to escape it." The delegation stood very, very still. "Perhaps," Vesh suggested weakly, "we could continue this tour in a more controlled environment?" "Of course," Chen agreed pleasantly. "I've arranged for us to visit the Great Barrier Reef. It's quite beautiful this time of year. The underwater facility should have been safer." "Should have been." Chen pointed out the local wildlife through the reinforced observation window. Box jellyfish whose venom could stop a human heart in minutes. Blue-ringed octopi carrying enough tetrodotoxin to kill 26 humans. Cone snails with harpoon-like teeth that delivered paralytic venom. Stonefish that looked exactly like rocks until you stepped on their poisonous spines. And sharks, because of course Earth had apex predators in every ecosystem. "This is madness," Zekthar whispered. "How did your species survive long enough to develop intelligence?" "Oh, these are just the ocean hazards," Chen said. "We haven't discussed the land predators, extreme weather, seismic activity, or microscopic threats. Earth sits on massive tectonic plates that shift constantly. We have storms that can level cities, wildfires that consume entire forests, floods, droughts, and volcanic eruptions. Our planet tried to kill us at every stage of evolution, so we learned to kill back." She pulled up a holographic display. "This is a polar bear. They weigh up to 700 kilograms and can smell prey from 30 kilometers away. This is a saltwater crocodile. Bite force of 3,700 psi. This is a hippopotamus, herbivore, but kills more humans annually than any large predator. This is a mosquito, tiny insect that's Earth's deadliest animal due to disease transmission, killing hundreds of thousands yearly. And this, she smiled grimly, is a human. We're persistence hunters. We don't have venom or claws or armor. We just don't stop. We chase prey until it collapses from exhaustion, sometimes for days. We're the only species that can run marathons in climates that would kill most galactic life forms. Zekthar felt something shift in his perception. The human standing before him suddenly seemed different. Her soft skin hid nothing, no natural armor, no protective scales. Yet she stood calmly in a room surrounded by holographic predators that had shaped her evolution. "Your people," he said slowly. "You're not just from a death world. You're apex predators from a death world." "We prefer survivors," Chen corrected. "Earth taught us to adapt, to endure, to overcome. Every species that made it to intelligence on our planet earned it through millions of years of trial by fire, or venom, or extreme weather, or predation, usually all of the above. And you want the Council to understand this because humanity is about to become a spacefaring species," Chen said quietly. "And we want our neighbors to understand that we're not soft despite our appearance. We're not weak despite lacking natural weapons. We're friendly, diplomatic, and eager for peaceful cooperation. But we're also the species that learned to thrive on a planet that spent 4 billion years trying to kill everything on it." She gestured to the window, where a great white shark cruised past, massive and ancient. "We lived alongside that, Ambassador. We learned to swim in waters it hunted. We learned to respect it, study it, and when necessary, defend against it. We became intelligent not because our world was kind, but because it was merciless, and that made us careful. It made us clever. It made us compassionate toward each other because we understood suffering. It also made us absolutely unstoppable when we chose to be." Zekthar looked at Ambassador Chen with new understanding. The smile she wore wasn't naive friendliness. It was the confident expression of a species that had conquered the unconquerable. "I believe," he said carefully, "that the Council will approve Earth's elevated threat classification." "And the trade agreements?" Chen asked. "Whatever humanity wants," Zekthar replied. "We'll approve whatever humanity wants." As the delegation prepared to depart, Councillor Vesh pulsed a question through his translator. "Out of curiosity, Ambassador Chen, what's the deadliest creature you personally encountered on Earth?" Chen thought for a moment. "My toddler when he has a fever and hasn't slept. Evolutionary pressure made human children remarkably resilient." And loud, she smiled at their horrified expressions. "Welcome to Earth, honored guests. Please visit again, and watch where you step."